I'm sitting on a rock, granite. You can see the grains here. It's black. That's fungus, black fungus, mould if you like, slowly disintegrating the rock. You can see down there where the water's washed the fungus away, all these large oh no, look at that. Just peeled off. Now underneath, of peeling it, is it's fresh. Yeah, I thought they were lumps of quartz there until I looked closely. Obviously not quartz. I was talking about lichen earlier on another video when I was checking out a spider. This is lichen. Yeah, familiar sight to people the world over, the planet over. I won't say the world, you know, the planet. There are millions of worlds. Each person has their own world. One planet. One creation. One creator. Yeah, there's various types here. Breaking down the rock. Turning it into sand, granite sand. Alright. There's a lump that's broken away so much. It's been washed out. Now there's a little ledge, a crevice, cracks. See that crack? Sorry for the my shaky hands. See the crack? It's all going to flake away, fall away, get washed and tumbled in the water and pulverised. Rock returning to earth, to soil. Plants growing in the crevices. My little spot where I'm sitting. I'm going to sit back down there. Talk a little bit about meditation. What makes Man. That's the symbol for man. That's the actual noise of man is We all know what that means, don't we? When we make that noise. And that's the universe's name for creatures such as us. It's as if the Creator looked upon his beloved, intelligent will creature and just went, I love my creation. I love my creature, my son, my beloved ones, male and female. We are creatures with will, or we are able to intend. We are able to will or intend. We are able to direct the force of life in order to manifest situations within the realm of life and within the realm of matter that isn't living. The force of intent is spoken about quite a bit by Castaneda. In universe language, the tongue of man, ManTong, this force of life is called Anima. And of Anima, from that word comes animation and animal, animated. And we all know what animated means. Life force moving, animating the forms of life. But anima creates or moves much more than merely life forms. It moves everything, it holds everything, all atoms, all plasmas, and all subatomic matter, or material energy. Anima is the force of all material energies, no matter what the density. And meditation is a practice of being conscious of Anima and of really just existing as a manifestation of absolute Anima. The absolute Anima force is a force of the universal Father, the absolute first source and center of everything that is, both infinitely and finitely, infinite and finite. Fifth epochal revelation reveals this. And nobody else has ever revealed this. No yogi, no matter how great, no matter what revelation can be had through the indwelling spirit. This revelation of Anima is only ever come into our consciousness through celestial personalities actually teaching us about this. Anima. It's the force in the heart. It cannot be done. Not a psychic force. It's not a physical force. If you want to make yourself still, it's the sheer force of willing it to happen. It's Anima at our fingertips. Anima. Under the direction of man. If you have pain, there's only one way that you can naturally bring about the end of that pain. Or toothache, for example, or headache. This pain can be greatly relieved or reduced by moving one's attention into a place within our own body where the pain basically stops, doesn't exist, or exists only slightly. Much of the pain that can be so stressful is born or created or imagined, really imagined. It's imaginary. You go into a dentist to have your tooth drilled and you have to have an anaesthetic because the little bit of pain that is actually experienced through the nerves in the tooth is magnified into something very fucking scary and intolerable. Through the imagination. Some people are able to move out of that imaginary zone into the zone of reality and very little pain, and can sit in that dentist chair without flinching, without any anxiety, while the dentist drills away at the tooth. So this is the power of intent or will, which is in the heart. It's the power of the heart. It's the power of self-control. It's the power of reality, consciousness. Animals which do not have imagination like we do, when they're injured, and we might see a terrible, terrible injury to an animal, maybe it's had half of its leg cut off, and we imagine that it's experiencing the sort of pain that we imagine we would be experiencing but actually the animal is not experiencing that pain at all. The animal is experiencing pain, but not anxiety, and is calm. This is actually the reality of life for all creatures. When they're being killed by other animals, they're not afraid. They're not panicking, they're not in anxiety. It's reality. And there's no fighting against reality by any animal. Only human beings. Men. Through imagination is able to fight against reality. Deny reality. Pretend that something else is happening. Pretend that something isn't happening. So meditation is all about, the purpose of meditation, in other words, is about being in reality, being real. Being not being polluted with imaginings. So maybe you're somebody who goes on these imagination journeys that imagine that there's a ball of light around you, or something like that. Imagine Imagine that you're walking down a beautiful stairway into a wonderful paradise, and imagine feeling wonderful, blah, blah, blah. All of that sort of visualization it's taught in New Agey teachings. You know, the term New Age supposedly refers to the New Age of Aquarius. Well, there's a bit of a contrast here, isn't there? Imagination meditation versus reality meditation. They are not compatible. They are not the same thing. Cannot be the same thing, obviously. Cannot be the same thing. So which one would you prefer? Reality or feel-good imaginings? Emotional-based imaginings? If you want to live forever, and if you want to live in creation, if you want to appreciate beauty, if you want to be able to manifest whatever your heart's true desire is, you have to be in the power zone of reality, the power zone of intent, the power zone of the force of life, the power zone of Anima. Back to Anima and the ManTong, the tongue of man, universe language, which was taught, spoken. It's the language of Atlantis, Lemuria, and it's the mother tongue from which all of the Indo-European languages are derived. We see the letter A. The letter A represents Anima, and it's the first letter of the alphabet for good reason, because it is the most important principle in existence. Anima. And what does it, the letter A, what is the letter A? It's two lines, parallel lines, emanating from infinity, which is the top of the A. Emanating from infinity, and here we are, infinity, perceiving the lines of infinity. And the two lines are connected with a bridge, bringing into union the in and the out, the yin and the yang. In Chinese terminology. What is it again in Hindu? It's the pin, the two swirling energies of Kundalini. I should know the names. Some of you will know straight away what I'm talking about anyway. And if you don't, you can look it up. The two lines of infinity, represented by the letter A, connected together into union, which is what a DNA helix is. Which is what is the representation of life forms. In the breath. Mm.